because basically this is like a key, this is like a secret to how to manifest throughout the day and to do it manually throughout the day and build up these feeling states before you go to bed for that inception point with the subconscious mind. Whenever you become completely absorbed in an emotional state, you are at that moment recreating that event in your life to happen again. And you're actually assuming that feeling of your wish fulfilled. You're saying, this is my wish fulfilled. When you become completely absorbed in an emotional state, whether that be positive or negative of the occurrences that are happening to you, and you become completely absorbed in that emotional state, you're at that moment saying that this is my wish fulfilled. And during these periods of absorption, you are actually recreating the things that you're reacting to. So you're taking on the feeling of your wish fulfilled. If something negative comes into your world and you react to that thing negatively, you're like, this always happens to me, and you become just emotional about this state, you are at that moment recreating more of that to come in your future. And your life right now, exactly the way that it is based on all of your past reactions. All of the times that you've become emotionally disturbed or emotionally attached to the things that have happened to you in your life in the past is the reason why your life is the way that it is right now. But as you start changing the way that you're reacting to the things in your world, you start seeing these negative things as positive things and that they're happening to you for a good reason. Then you're going to start transferring to this new world where you're going to start creating an entirely new world for yourself. All these bad things and negative things that have been happening to you throughout your life because of the way you reacted in the past are going to start disappearing from your life. You're going to start noticing the results. And that's the exercise that I want to give you in this video, is start applying this slowly. Be observant of your reactions, what you're reacting to, and how you feel about everything that's going on to you throughout the day. So if something negative happens to you, try to catch yourself in that moment or even a few moments after that, and then change your view of that. So you can start experiencing what will happen and the things that will take place in your world based on the way that you're reacting to things. And you'll start seeing that these things are going to start going away. The negative things in your life now are going to start disappearing, and you're going to start noticing that and seeing the real-time results of that and start seeing better things start happening. So you start to question everything at this point. You start to say, okay, so my life is exactly the way that it is right now based on all of my past reactions. So if I'm not in the right relationship, I'm not happy in my life, I'm not making the money I want to make, I'm not doing the things that I want to do, it's based on all of your past reactions to the things that have happened to you, whether those are good or bad. The way that you've reacted to those are then have created your world exactly the way that it is now. And when you start experiencing this to work, you're going to want to be more observant. You're going to want to start viewing your world as everything that happens to you is for your benefit, because that's how you change and start observing an entirely different world and then shift parallel realities. And when you actually start seeing the real-time results of this, everything starts to shift. And this also works for positive things that happen to you. So if something positive, something great happens to you and you're recognizing it as something good happening to you, you want to become emotionally attached to that feeling state for as long as you possibly can. You want to stay attached to that feeling state, that state of gratitude, that state of receiving, become emotionally attached to this positive things that are happening to you, or this positive thing that's happening to you. And as you do that, you are assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. At that moment, when this positive thing happens to you, you are now saying, wow, I'm so emotional. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. All these things are just running through your mind, and you become, at that moment, you are assuming that this is your wish fulfilled. So then you're recreating more of these. You're going to harvest more of that feeling state in the future. So you're programming the subconscious mind now to recreate this, and it works the same in the opposite. If something negative happens to you and you're reacting to that negative, you become emotional about this negative thing that's happening to you, and you're attached to that emotion, then you're recreating that same thing to happen because you're assuming the wish fulfilled in that negative or positive moment, because the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. It doesn't know the difference whether you like it or you don't like it, all of these things, or whether it's good or whether it's bad. It doesn't know that. It just only knows the way that you're reacting to it, and if you're attaching to that and you're giving it emotional energy. So be very conscious and very aware of your emotional energies. What are you becoming emotionally attached to throughout the day, whether that's positive or negative? And you want to start shifting that more to the positive side. So if something good happens to you, maybe it's not all that great. Maybe it's just something kind of good that happens to you. Become so emotional about that. Be like, wow, this is so incredible. And you're just in that state of gratitude. Thank you so much for this. And it might be someone that just gave you something really small and they're looking at you like you're crazy, because you're so grateful for that. But you're at that moment assuming the wish fulfilled. And that seed, then you're watering that seed to grow, and then more than something better than that. And it just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing to new heights, because you become emotionally grateful and emotionally charged about this positive thing that happened to you. Even though it may be small, you're gonna water that seed. You're planting an entirely new seed, and you're going to harvest every little bit of that, because you're at that moment, you're assuming the wish fulfilled of more great things that are happening to you. So what you can do to really start making this effective in your life is you could even set timers and reminders, maybe at specific times, like 4:44 or 11:11, all the special numbers, the angel numbers, all these special energetic times, for manifesting great things to come into your world. And then there's a connection with those. So whenever you see one of those, become observant of what I'm explaining in this video and how you're reacting to things, and becoming more grateful and more energetically powerful and passionate about the little things that happen to you in your world, because you're literally planting seeds. It's not just a tricky play with words. You're really going to create more of that. You're planting these seeds when you become grateful and thankful and emotionally charged about little tiny things, good things that happen to you, whether they're good or bad. You're planting these seeds for these great things to come into your life later. And the more you do this, and the more you become observant about this, and really start just changing your mindset on these little things like this, you'll start seeing them come into your world. You'll actually start seeing more good things start happening to you in the real-time results of this. And as you start seeing the real-time results of this, be like, my life is really getting better. And all of a sudden, this door opened that I've been trying to get open forever, and trying to get this opportunity. And finally, it just came to me based on, the way that I'm reacting to my world. The more emotionally and the more emotional I become, and the more grateful I become about these little things, great things are coming to me. And you're going to start being more observant with this. You're going to start slowing time down, being more present in the moment, meditating more. And just this entire thing is just a win-win situation of being more present and more grateful in your life, and manifesting throughout the day. Because basically this is like a key, this is like a secret to how to manifest throughout the day, and to do it manually throughout the day, and build up these feeling states before you go to bed for that inception point with the subconscious mind. Because whatever feeling state that is completely absorbed, or the majority feeling state that you have as you're drifting into sleep, is what's going to be recreated tomorrow. So as you do this throughout the day, and change your observations and the way that you're reacting, and you become emotional, and you're more grateful, you're more thankful, you're more positive, you're just in this state of feeling your wish fulfilled, and all these great things are happening to you, and you fall asleep with that, that's exactly what the subconscious mind is going to feel. It's going to feel that, and it's going to express a new version of you and a new version of your world tomorrow, where these things start coming to you. So you can do it as you go to sleep at night, or you can start doing it throughout the day too, and start changing all this throughout the day and creating these great feeling states. So most of the time when you're doing this and you get really good at it, you don't have to do anything before you go to sleep, because you're automatically in the state of feeling your wish fulfilled, and all these great things will start happening to you and keep happening to you. And eventually you'll just be automatically programmed this way, because you've completely changed your operating system. You've downloaded all this new information, and the way that you're thinking, you're building up this momentum and turning this ship from thinking this way to thinking this way. So once you develop that and you completely turn that ship around, you're no longer going to have to put any effort into this. You're just going to automatically be very thankful and grateful, and you're just in this state of your wish fulfilled all day long, and you no longer really have to work so much at it, because your life's going to start, you're going to start seeing your life really start taking off, and just great opportunities start coming to you, and just start living the life that you've wanted to live. But the main part about this you have to understand is, if your life right now isn't the way that you want it to be, it's all based on your past reactions that you've manifested from your reactions. Your life presently is based on all of your past reactions. So start changing it now. Start turning that ship. Start reprogramming and downloading a new operating system so you start thinking differently. Start manifesting differently, start reacting differently, and start changing your world and becoming more observant. Start setting those timers throughout the day just to remember, be like, oh yeah, okay, so I got to be more observant. Your alarm goes off, boom, okay, it's 11:11. I got to start being more observant. Or it's 3:33, or it's 12:34. I got to start being more observant right now. Set these little alarms, or when you see them, just mark these reminders in your mind to be more observant. And as you do that, you're programming yourself to be more observant automatically. Automatically, you're going to start doing all these things. All right, that's the end of this video, but I just wanted to make that for manifesting throughout the day. This is how you can completely change your life manually throughout the day. So if you've tried other things, you're not having success with them, try this, start being more observant of the way you're reacting. You'll start to see the changes in your life. And if you have a problem downloading the information or becoming more observant, you just don't have the control of the direction of your mind, I have a free course on this that you can download. It's in the first link in the description below. Click on that, go to my website. It's a PDF printout workbook. It's absolutely free. Go there, click on that, download. We will send you an email link where you can download that, start working on that today, print that out, start developing that muscle of the mind, and it will really, really assist you to become observant in the present moment and really start making these changes on what you're reacting to and start manifesting throughout the day. All right, guys, I love you, and I will see you in the next one.
These concepts are theory. Well, mine is not theory. I go into these states.